This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi everyone, Rusty back here with your latest Meteo Mundo video. Thanks so much for tuning in. We want to welcome all of our new subscribers. We are a new channel here on YouTube. Thank you for finding us. Thank you for liking the videos and subscribing to our channel. We promise you we're going to present weather across the Caribbean and the Bahamas like you've never seen before on YouTube or any other digital platform. And we'd love to hear from you. Drop in the comments section below where you're viewing us from. You got a specific question about the forecast? Throw it down in the comments. We want to create a community and we got you covered. Now, in this video, we're taking a look at potential tropical development in our area for the week ahead and where I expect some better chances for rain. If I extend my arms out, you're going to see two areas of tropical interest and they couldn't be farther apart. One in the southwest Gulf of Mexico, the other one in the eastern Atlantic. And that one in the eastern Atlantic does have a better chance for development here. So we're going to start off with that one for you. And I got to tell you something, it's looking more and more impressive on our enhanced satellite imagery. And more than likely soon, we're going to have a tropical depression develop out of this. Again, looking just much better. Now, the interesting thing is, although this is looking more organized, it's actually not a guarantee that we're even going to get a tropical storm out of this area because there's really a narrow window of opportunity for development out of this. As it moves farther north and west, it's expected to encounter less favorable conditions and can actually quickly dissipate. So a high-end chance for a tropical depression, but it's not a guarantee that we're actually going to get a tropical storm. If we do, that'll be the S-named storm Sean of the Atlantic hurricane season. Now, I'm showing you this wide perspective here because I want to draw a line from our friends in the Windward and the Leeward Islands all the way out to the potential center of development, just to show you how far away. We are around 1,700 miles away from the Windward and the Leeward Islands. This is not going to be any threat to those areas. It's going to be far enough west from the Cabo Verde Islands where I don't expect much of an issue for those areas as well. So this is a good track. Let's take a look at our future model here as far as rain goes. I'm going to slide this over just a little bit. We'll put that into motion for you. And again, what you're going to see is this model is going to try and develop it in maybe the next 48 hours. But as we get into late in the week, notice this really begins to fall apart in a hurry. And again, staying a few hundred miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands, and the main winds will stay west as well. So this is a good track. Even if this were to quickly develop into a tropical storm, at least for a brief time, it's going to stay in the open waters of the southern Atlantic. I can actually show you the winds with this as well. We'll take a quick look at that. These are going to be your wind gusts out of what potentially, again, will be a tropical depression or Sean. And again, we're looking for those core winds in red of over 40 miles an hour. We could briefly have that at least for a short time, but then as it goes just a little bit farther north and west, again, it's going to be encountering wind shear and overall more unfavorable conditions. There's a trough coming into the central Atlantic, and notice as these two wind areas get closer, it really just eats up whatever this is going to be. So I don't have any really big concerns whatever this ends up being. More than likely, again, at least a tropical depression, but as far as real potential impacts to anyone, doesn't look like it. Now, let's get over to what's happening in the southwest Gulf of Mexico. We do have another area of interest there. And again, this is a very complex situation because really what's happening is it's drawing in moisture from the far eastern Pacific with a couple of tropical systems. Look at that plume of moisture going over Mexico and into the northern Gulf Coast states of the United States. If this area in the southwest Gulf of Mexico is going to become tropical, it almost has to do so by midday Wednesday. It's got a very short window to be a depression or a tropical storm because by late in the day Wednesday, it's going to get absorbed into this frontal boundary and become somewhat of a hybrid system. But again, it is streaming in a ton of moisture across the Gulf Coast states. We're seeing some in the northwest side of the Caribbean, and some of that will be moving into portions of the Bahamas as well. Now, let's get into the rain chances in this area here. Again, I'm going to start off with the wide perspective. Again, I got to switch this model back to our rain, and I'm going to put this into motion. I'm going to drop down the time frame just a little bit here. We don't need to go as far out, and we'll loop this. So first of all, what you're going to see when this model comes back around is we continue to stream that moisture in. This system, even if it gets going, even if it becomes a weak depression, is not going to last very long. It gets absorbed to this frontal boundary, and then we're going to have the potential for some heavier rain across the I-10 corridor of the Gulf Coast states of the United States. Now, for the Bahamas, all right, on this model, it keeps the core of the heaviest rain just to the north of the Northwest Bahamas. And I mean, we're talking about 3-4 inches of rain possible in that core. But for Walker's Key and Grand Bahama and Abaco and Eleuthera and New Providence, again, spotty rain at best right now. And you can see, again, just a little bit farther north, we would have certainly a better chance for some heavy rain. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at that. I'm going to go over to the total precipitation product. We'll look at just kind of one frame here. We'll go a couple days out to the 15th. This is going to load up and you're going to see again, look at these whites and these grays and these pinks. That's 2, 3, 4 inches of total rain between now and what would be Friday and into the weekend. And we're just north of Walker's Key and Freeport to have some of that heavier rain, okay? So if that frontal boundary were to slip a little bit farther off to the south, we could get into that core of that rain, but right now the models aren't showing that. They're going to keep whatever slug of heaviest tropical moisture just to the north of the Northwest Bahamas. One area that's going to stay pretty darn dry over the next 5 days are our friends in Puerto Rico. San Juan, it's a nice afternoon. You're dry, just a 10% chance for showers for tomorrow. Still, again, that excessive heat warning because we're not cooling off in the evening and overnight. Lows are in the lower 80s. Best chance for rain is Thursday, a 30% chance for showers. And look at this, more dry weather and plenty of sunshine Friday and Saturday. If you're looking for specific forecast videos for the Bahamas and the Jamaica, we have those on the Meteo Mundo homepage. Make sure that you tune into those. Again, thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel. It helps us out tremendously if you like the content. We'll see you next time right here at Meteo Mundo.